Today All Day. We've got a great show for you on this Wednesday morning, including an all-day exclusive chat with E's Justin Sylvester. You can only see here. But let's kick it off with Pop Start. Broadway is back, well, at least for Lin-Manuel Miranda and Jimmy Fallon. Carson has all the details on their show-stopping performance of every musical they can't wait to see. Take a look.
The one thing that everybody can agree on, it is now the favorite part of the day.
Why, just thank you, Al.
I'm sorry.
And thank you for that dead rat story in the morning.
It was a mouse.
I can't shake it. I just can't. You should get a trackpad.
I think.
Yeah. First up, The Tonight Show. This was incredible. Last night, Lin-Manuel Miranda joined Jimmy Fallon in a huge musical number celebrating the upcoming return of Broadway. It was really fun. They performed the tribute to a packed studio audience, as you can see, reminding us of what we can all look forward to when shows return to Broadway this fall.
Mormons telling me hello. Founding fathers dueling, whoa. Dancers canning through Paris. I miss trying out for chorus line. A whole new world would be divine. And feeling like I'm defying gravity.
Sorry, I gained a few pounds during quarantine.
It's okay, Jimmy, keep going.
Won't you please come with us?
There is life beyond your friends at Netflix, Hulu, Peacock, Disney Plus.
Really well done. It culminated live on the stage there. They got some help, as you can see, some Broadway legends, Kristen Chenoweth there, Christopher Jackson, Felicia Rashad. Shows are scheduled to return here in New York City this September, which is a great thing.
Oh, chills.
Yeah. Next up, big news from the Foo Fighters. Frontman Dave Grohl announced yesterday the band's going to be hitting MSG, that's Madison Square Garden here in New York, later this month for the venue's first full-capacity concert since the start of the pandemic. Grohl called into the Howard Stern show to break the good news.
We're reopening Madison Square Garden on June 20th, and I cannot wait. I mean, we've been rehearsing every day and writing this insane set list of like 25 years of songs.
Jeez.
Father's Day.
That's going to be a show. That'd be a great Father's Day gift.
Well, that's a good one.
That's going to be an amazing show, and it's only fitting that the Foo Fighters are bringing concerts back to New York City, since in a few months the band's going to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But you might remember Dave Grohl's already there thanks to his time in Nirvana. They were inducted back in 2014. As for who might present the Foo Fighters with that honor, Dave Grohl asked his mom if she might be interested. Well, how did that go?
Who's going to induct you?
I'm not sure yet. I think we're still trying to figure that one out. We talked about this when I was on the show, when we were on the show a couple of months ago, whatever. Well, remember, Pat was saying it should be my mom. Do you remember that? Yeah. I went back to my mom. She was like, no way. I'm not inducting you guys in the Rock and Roll of Fame.
Rock star mom.
So there's a chance.
Yeah. Different than my
Makes
mom
sense.
said.
Yeah. I guess we'll have to wait until the ceremony in October to see if she changes her mind, but it doesn't sound like she will.
No.
Next up, Tyler Perry. Remember how it was really sad just a few years ago, Perry announcing that he was retiring the legendary character Medea. Well, today we do have some good news for you. Medea is coming back, everybody. Perry shared the announcement in a video message just yesterday.
This is Medea saying I'm coming back and I'm on Netflix. I can't wait to take it so guys out. Damn it, hey.
We need to laugh, man. Too much is going on in the country. We need to laugh, so I was done.
But I wasn't.
But she's coming back.
I knew it.
It's like a heavyweight fighter, you know, once they retire.
Never retires.
No. Looks like after 11 movies together, he just couldn't shake Medea. The upcoming project being called A Medea Homecoming is scheduled to hit Netflix, as you heard, in 2022. More than 2 decades since he brought the beloved character to life on the big screen. And finally, speaking of beloved characters, Indy's back. Harrison Ford spotted just yesterday in full Indiana Jones attire on the set for the upcoming 5th installment in the franchise. Josh Gad posting this picture with the caption, "All is right with the world. Welcome back, Dr. Jones." We couldn't agree more. It was announced back in December that Harrison Ford would don the brown fedora one last time in what is set to be the final, but who knows about what's final these days. Indiana Jones film. We are so looking forward to that.
Allegedly the final.
And that is your pop star.
Welcome back. Today on the third hour, Chanel and Al chat about the psychology of going out alone in public, like to the movies or dining solo. So how do they feel about it? Take a look.
Welcome back. It's time for Overheard on Third. So you can make this legend right here, Al Roker, a part of your family.
Well, not exactly. All right.
As close as you're going to get.
Well, let's hit pause and explain. It turns out there's a kitten named Al Roker that's looking for a forever home. This domestic short-hair cat
Oh,
lives
there's
in Durham,
Al.
North Carolina, with his foster mom. Says Al is very energetic and friendly. But one of the veterinary assistants at the rescue named the whole litter after different news icons. And then they came to me and felt that it was a good fit for the cat. So if you're interested, Al Roker is available through 2 Paws Up.
Wait, you're reading this too quickly. I think this is amazing.
I think it's
I have a feeling
odd,
there will be at least more than one call for somebody who wants.
Well, we
to
hope so.
adopt Al.
Now, they don't ship animals, and they require an in-person meet and greet.
Okay.
But if you are in the area, know somebody who's in the area, we'll put the information on thirdhourtoday.com. You can check that out.
And then will you do me a favor when you adopt Al? Will you send us a picture? Wouldn't that be great?
See, I would understand them naming it if it was one of those hairless
It was a little
Egyptian
black
cats.
cat.
That's right.
Look at him. That's you.
So that's me. That's right.
They had the polka dot.
I wish you had little glasses on.
Yeah, well, we can make that happen.
Okay, well, so hopefully you'll be checking out Al Roker, the kitten, online.
Yes.
But we have a question for you about the checkout line at the grocery store. Now, I know it's rare for you to be in the grocery store, but...
I'm actually at the grocery store all the time.
That's, well,
I should probably
the
order
CVS.
online. Yeah.
In any event, so have you ever been in the grocery store? This person in front of you, you're at the checkout, and they say, "Oh, I just forgot something. Could you just hold my place in line?" And they run off and get that.
Is this true confessions?
Well, I've done it.
I'm that person. I'm the one who runs and I run and get something because I believe that I can get back in time before they're finished with my groceries. And as long as you're back, I think it's completely okay.
Well, I do too.
Yes.
And I have done that.
Yes.
But a listener of 98.3 TRY radio, that's right, the big TRY, wanted to find out if it was rude. Station's response is in the big picture, waiting 2 or 3 more minutes doesn't really make
It's not that big a deal. Our crew disagrees. And, you know, in our ear, you know what somebody just said? I'd hate both of you.
Matt Greenfield, our senior producer, says he hates us.
But I don't see why am I bothering you, Greenie? Like, I'll be right back. I mean, I know where the milk is. I know where the eggs are. If I forgot them, you know.
Because that's why I don't mind when somebody does it because I've done it.
Yeah,
so,
as long as you come back. He's
well, we
literally
try to get all our items.
Yelling at us right now.
He's yelling at us. Where did all this anger come from? Anyway, so you may be going to the grocery store but by yourself.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about other activities like eating at a restaurant or go to a movie theater by yourself?
Can you do that? You
Oh,
can't.
yes. I do it all the time.
Out by yourself?
Yeah.
We just had a buddy up yesterday. You can't go anywhere without Al Roker, can we take a selfie? So if you're by yourself, there's nobody to say, oh, okay, I'll do it. Okay, see you later.
Well, it's not like I'm inviting people in to
so if you're at a restaurant, you'll just go to a restaurant.
Yeah, just go to a restaurant. Like, you know, we've been on shoots, things like that.
Yeah.
Well, there's an article from Psychology Today noting that people can be reluctant because we worry about how people may actually view us.
I believe that.
Do you?
The older I get, the more comfortable I am with myself.
Although it's harder probably for you to do it.
It is.
The kids are still fairly
The kids
young.
are small. I will admit I usually need a phone or something, like just something to look down, something to play with. The other day I didn't take my phones and I was out. I can't remember what I was doing, but it's a little uncomfortable still, just a little.
Yeah.
Because I don't have anything to do. You know what I mean?
Which is the beauty of it.
I
That's
know,
the
but you're
perfect
just
part.
sitting there.
In fact, research suggests people enjoy the experience equally, whether alone or with a friend. So, but it's a different experience.
Yeah.
And you get different.
I'm willing to continue to develop that, whatever that is.
You know, what you might do is get in front of Matt Greenfield at a checkout line and then run away, go to a restaurant, and then come
sit
back.
there. You're welcome, Greenie.
There you go.
Welcome back. Today on the 4th hour, we're talking about our love of musicals. Plus, have you heard? I'm jumping out of a plane Friday live on TV. We'll have all the latest on how I'm feeling about that. And does Justin have any advice for me? Take a look. Okay, so you are wearing a robe.
I wanted to feel like Hoda today. That was my goal. Feel like the one.
You know what? It's so funny because it's like when you wear a robe, don't you feel a little bit like P. Diddy?
I feel so rich in this. By the way, this is the plushest robe I've ever. My skin is like oohing and on right now.
It's hard to take it off, right?
It's hard to take it off. And if I was rich, I think I would wear a robe all day too.
You would? You just go for it. You get P. Diddy's motivation.
Everywhere.
And would you be on a jet ski? Probably so. All right, well, the reason why we're wearing these robes is it's Tuesday. And as a reminder, Justin picked out these 3 outfits for me.
So you know it's going to be bomb, guys.
Okay.
I'm excited. I actually think the one that I picked won That's
Wait,
the
I
one
thought you picked all three of them.
I picked all three, but I wanted one to win specifically.
Okay.
So let's take off our robes.
Let's see. And the winner is...
Yes! Yes!
Skyline.
This is what I wanted.
I know. I do love this dress.
I love it. And by the way, a homage to New York. What a great
Right?
way
Are
to
you
write.
okay? So you've been here for a couple days now. You were walking home last night.
I'm embarrassed to tell this story.
No, go ahead.
Let me take a swig of this Kathy Lee juice real quick.
No, it's not Kathy Lee juice.
So you guys, I'm walking home.
Yes.
And yesterday we had this full conversation about our one dream in life.
Okay, so we both have it, and
Yes.
we're willing to do it together.
Yes.
We just want to play.
Dead bodies on Law and Order SVU.
Is it that hard?
It's all I've ever wanted.
It's all my sisters ever wanted to.
Come on. So
We could be triplets.
We can be
Dead
triplets.
triplets.
The Bush trips.
Okay.
So I'm walking home yesterday from dinner.
Yes.
I had a few Kathy Lees, and I see this, crew filming. And the first thing that pops in my mind is, I'm in New York. This must be Law and Order SVU. So I'm like going through, I'm texting people at NBC. I go to the guy, and he's like, what do you want? I'm like, is this Law and Order SVU? Do you guys need extras? I'm down. I have nothing to do until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. He's like, it's a Verizon commercial, sir. Can you get out the shot?
But then you were like, are there dead people on the Verizon commercial?
I was like, I'm down. I'm union.
If so, I play.
I'm
play.
here. I will pay you, sir, to do this thing right here.
You know what? One day, maybe. Don't you ever have those nights or days where there's some sort of true crime marathon and you're like laying in bed and you're eating something that's turning your fingers orange?
Yes.
And all of a sudden you're just watching
Dateline
Yes.
all day, yes. I literally told Craig Melvin, I have no life because of you. I watch Dateline Secrets Revealed every Friday night.
Thank you, Craig. All right, so I'm doing something really stupid.
Okay. In 48 hours, you were about to... I just heard about this from somebody on the staff. You are jumping out of a plane in 48?
Yes, I am. I'm so scared. You know when you've said yes to something and every morning you wake up with a pit in your stomach and you're like, why did I say yes to that?
Trust me, I was in a relationship for 3 years. Yes, I had that pit every single day. But wait, what is happening in your life?
Okay.
Is it like a birthday or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm celebrating my grandfather's birthday, which is on Saturday. He would have been 97, and he jumped out of an airplane on a lot of milestone birthdays to celebrate the service of the people that he lost in World War II, but also just to celebrate life. So I'm headed down to Virginia to skydive with the U.S. Army Golden Knights, which is who he skydove, is that the word?
Yes.
Skydove with. So I'm really excited, but I'm also really nervous. And we asked for some advice, and one viewer actually said that my grandpa was the reason why she skydove.
Yeah. Skydive.
I like that you're trying to, it's skydove.
Yeah.
No? Whatever. Okay, so she has a little message from Dot Ramsey. Here she is.
I knew that I couldn't do a lot of things since I have MS, but I knew I could jump out of an airplane. So that's what I did. The only advice I can give you is don't be scared. It's going to be fun.
Okay, that makes me feel better about what you're doing, because I was a little concerned that you wanted to jump out of an airplane, but this woman just gave
But
me...
also, look how beautiful her face looked while she was she just looked so free and happy. What a story. So I think it should be okay. Look at that face. Oh.
I love that. I want to come.
Come. Will you come?
I'll be waiting for you with the champagne at the bottom.
Will you ever jump?
No. Unless there was a ring and $1 million waiting at the end of that, maybe.
Okay. So we already established that growing up we were musical theater nerds who never passed one audition.
Never.
We can't sing. We can't dance. We really can't act. But last night, two people that can both sing and act and dance on The Tonight Show, Jimmy Fallon and Lin-Manuel Miranda, teamed up for a musical melody celebrating the fact that Broadway is on its way back.
Mm-hmm. And they even enlisted some help from some of Broadway's biggest stars. Check it out.
It's been a year of quarantine, it's time for company. Bobby, come from away, taught me all about hospitality. Sorry, Miss Mormon's telling me hello. Founding fathers dueling, whoa, dancers canning through Paris. I miss trying out for chorus line. A whole new world would be divine. And feeling like I'm defying gravity.
Sorry, I gained a few pounds during quarantine.
It's okay, Jamie, keep going.
Won't you please come with us? There
There is life beyond your friends at Netflix, Hulu, Peacock, Disney Plus.
Department and NBC's like, whatever Jimmy wants. Like,
seriously. It's like the man wants confetti? Yes. Dancer? Sure.
Oh my God, I want a new pair of shoes. I'm going through 6 different channels to get this. He gets Kristen Chenoweth.
All I have to say is I cannot wait for Broadway to be back.
What do you want to see? What's the first thing?
So I've already purchased tickets to Hamilton to take my kids. Because I feel like they're old enough now, even though Mila points out the bad words in every single song. And I cannot wait to see Moulin Rouge. Again, you have to go see Moulin Rouge.
I have not seen Moulin Rouge, and I'm dying to see it. You know the other thing I really want to see?
What?
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice?
You guys, I heard Beetlejuice is amazing, isn't it?
It closed.
Wait, I missed it?
Sorry, there was a little thing called the pandemic, and I hate to tell you, but Beetlejuice
is gone.
Gone.
Oh,
okay, there's some major news breaking in Bachelor Nation. You have to tell me all this.
Oh my God! After months of turmoil, longtime host Chris Harrison is officially leaving the Bachelor franchise. He posted on Instagram, "I've had a truly incredible run as host, and I'm excited to start a new chapter with my 2-decade journey as it's wrapping up." Now, this comes 4 months after Chris defended, I remember you know this, defended a contestant from last season, Rachel Kirkconnell, after a controversial photo resurfaced.
Okay, so obviously there's this big opening, right?
Yes.
Who do you think? Rachel Lindsay? That's who you think?
I think Rachel Lindsay would be the perfect host because she's been in the situation. She knows the ins and outs. She knows what these people are going through. And if it's not her, I think I know a guy at E who would definitely think it for a quarter of the price that Chris Harrison cost. I heard he was getting paid some $20 million.
Really?
Can you believe?
$20 million to host The Bachelor? Okay.
I'll take $2.
And also you can travel everywhere. I think it'd be good for you.
And be in all the business.
Yes.
I just want to know everything.
Yeah, exactly. What's going on in that hot tub. Okay, put on that delay. It's time for Unscripted. Justin, you love to read.
I am obsessed. Audiobooks are my favorite.
Oh, you listen. You don't like...
I like both.
What about when you were little? Did you love the Babysitters Club like I did?
I liked, what was that? Hey, God, Are You Here? It's Me, Margaret.
Oh, Margaret. Yeah, Judy Blume.
That was my favorite.
The best. Okay, well, I'm really excited because today the editors of Amazon Books released their list of the best books of the year so far. And I didn't write them, but I feel so happy because a lot of Read with Jenna picks are on there.
Are you the new Oprah? Like, Oprah's book club doesn't exist anymore, so
no, Oprah's book club does exist.
But I mean, like, it's not like, like on TV anymore and it's not happening. I just want to let you guys know this. This is not an act. I walked in here this morning and I left with 2 books. She's like handing out books in her office. Like, oh, if you like this, you should read this.
It's true.
Like, this is your life.
I love it. I love to read and I'm so happy with this book club. And so these are the books. Write it down. Take out a pen. If you want to read with me this summer, read Good Company, The 4 Winds, and I gave you What's Mine and Yours by Naomi Coster, Malibu Rising, which is so much fun. I'll also give you that one. All of these books made the top 20, and the #1 book of the year so far, the book we got to read and chose, called Great Circle by Maggie Shipstead. So I'm so excited.
You should be.
I feel like a proud mama with all these authors. It's so awesome.
That's amazing. I have to know, though, because, sometimes when you get to the first, 20 or 30 pages and you're not engaged, you kind of put the book down.
Yes.
Like, what's your gauge of, okay, I can go through this book?
Well, I never did before. Okay? I never did that before I started this book club, but now I'm reading so much that if I'm not into it, or if it doesn't, it's not going to pick, it won't be a good book for the club.
Yeah.
I close it up.
You're done.
I close it up. But also reading with my kids is one of the best privileges of being a mom.
Oh.
Like, we're reading the scary stories right now, Mila and I think Henry just thinks it's hilarious because she's like, I'm scared, Mama. What about any books you couldn't put down this year? Anything that got you through the pandemic?
The Girl in Cabin 10.
Oh, yeah.
Have you read that one?
Yes.
Anything suspenseful that may or may not end up being a Lifetime movie is what I'll read. And Kyle Richards is like the queen of suspenseful books.
Does she love mysteries?
She loves mysteries, and she loves
can
me
I
to
give
read
you
at
a
the same time.
book
Yes.
for her called White Ivy? I'm going to give you this book. Shonda Rhimes is making it into a TV series.
There you go.
It's a mystery. It's so good. So I'll give it to you to give to Kyle, and I'll also give one for you to read so y'all can do like a Real Housewives reading club.
Done and done.
Okay, sounds good. Welcome back to Today Talks and our exclusive content you can only see here on Today All Day. So it's a big week for the Kardashians.
Yes, tomorrow is officially the end of an era. Keeping Up with the Kardashians is ending. After 14 years, 20,000 hours of footage, 250 episodes, 10 babies, 3 weddings, multiple sister blowouts. I mean, can you imagine?
Can you, first of all, think back to 14 years ago, wherever you were. What you were doing 14 years ago. I can't exactly do the math, but and then the fact that this family has built this incredible brand and business. All of them have separate businesses, which are super impressive.
And by the way, when you work with family, you normally don't speak to family after 5 years. You know what I mean? Like, you hear about sisters going into business together and it failing and splitting up a family, but it seems like this show has brought these people closer together.
You know Kris Kardashian, and I've spent a little time with her, only on the air. But what I will say is, as a mom, I just don't know how she's done it, because I guess I do know how she's done it, because my mom did the same thing. My best friend is my sister, but but we don't, run $1 billion business together. I do think it's like you can tell that family is the priority. So they are polarizing into some, but at the same time, how awesome is it that the family has stayed the priority?
For sure, but I mean, imagine, all right, yes, Kris Kardashian definitely built a $100 billion empire, but your mother was the first lady. And family was always first in your home, even though the country was, in your guys' hands, in your dad's hands. She always kept it family first. That's why you now keep it family first. At your home.
My dad always says, actually, that like the best thing he ever did was marry my mom, because when we were in college, he knew that she had us, that her number one priority, and it was the same, by the way, with Mrs. Obama, that her priority were those girls.
100%.
But so, okay, tell me, the end of this era, what do you think?
So let's get into a little bit of gossip.
Okay, let's go, because that's where you do your thing.
That's where I want to go. I thrive in the gossip. So we've been watching as Kim and Kanye's separation has been happening live on camera, and she admitted that she feels like a failure and she's a loser, and we've all literally read every bit that was written about them. But now it seems that Kim and Kanye are great. She just posted photos of him for his birthday, saying that, they're going to be family for life. We had all the sisters post photos. It just seems like they're going the Gwyneth Paltrow route in this conscious uncoupling.
Which is that what everybody does now? I mean, that was a word they coined, but it seems like that's the way to go, right?
Yeah, and also Laura Wasser, who is a lawyer, one of the biggest divorce attorneys ever, started this thing, and I'm not sure if she's doing this with Kim and Kanye, but she started...
Is she Kim's lawyer?
I don't know that. It's not on record, but she does these mediations where before you get to court, you have everything kind of sort of hammered out. And we're talking about a multi-billion-dollar divorce here, guys.
Oh, my gosh.
Multi-billion-dollar divorce.
Yeah, and to have to do all of that on TV... Like, I wouldn't want that for anybody. You know what I mean? Because it is painful.
For sure.
But you say she's still signing her name KKW.
Yes. So she went out the other night and a fan asked her for her autograph.
You know all the gossip.
I know all the gossip.
You really do.
And she signed it Kim Kardashian West. Now, I'm not surprised, as Kim Kardashian West has made a brand out of that whole KKW. But also, I've flown with children who don't have the same last name as me, bringing clients, kids to them on vacations. It's
hard.
Tough. It's really tough.
I love that you've done that, too. We could sit here all day. But that is it for this episode of Today Talks. Keep watching for more of Today All Day.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.